Today we are not home brewing. We are brewing, but we are not at home. We are home brewing at a commercial brewery. So today we're calling it Come Home Brewing. And we are doing one of the most popular styles of beer, of craft beer. Before all of the beer styles will just go by diet, organic, seltzer, IPA, 30 minutes or it's free, clickbait, there's still some integrity in the craft beer world left. The Hazy IPA is a super delicious style that's just as popular as when I first started drinking it about 5 years ago. See, we already did this video a long time ago. But this was way back in the glass carboy wait 2 weeks to ferment phase. There's been a lot of innovations in brewing since then, and we are going to attempt to pull this off in 5 days. We're going for that pink Starburst extra juicy vibe. We will be dry hopping it in primary, oxygen free, and we're going to be force carbing it the safe way. Stick around and see if I know what I'm talking about. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on, guys? It is CH from Homebrew for Life. All right, today we're gonna smoke a cig on the can. What is going on, guys? It is CH from Homebrew for Life. Today we are brewing at South O Brewery in Oceanside, California. Huge shout out to everybody who's been supporting the recent merch. You are appreciated. Now let's get into the recipe. All right, first things first. Since we are at a commercial brewery, we can use their hot water on tap. They have filtered water ready to go at 170 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a thing of beauty, especially if you're allergic to being patient, just like me. We're brewing in a bag today, so we're gonna fill up 6.5 gallons of water. I brewed my last 3 batches with brew in a bag, and I love how convenient it is. Plus, it saves a ton of time. What's gonna make our beer hazy is our grain bill and by dry hopping. We're gonna be using a 60-40 ratio between our 2-row base malt and 4 pounds of flaked oats. Give it a go. Take a bite of it, and it'll remind you of 1994 all over again. I'm freeloading off ingredients today. All I brought was my yeast. Big shout out to South O Brewery for letting me freeload. We're also gonna be using a 1/2 pound of white wheat, aka wheat white, and a 1/2 pound of honey malt. And that's just gonna be our little secret.
And if you tell anyone.
One of my favorite things about brewing a bag is that I can crush my grains 2 or 3 times without having to worry about getting a stuck mash. The stuck mash days are over, my friends. Mash it all in. Teamwork is optional, but highly recommended. Eat more flaked oats. Stir it in like there is no tomorrow. What if there is no tomorrow?
There wasn't one today.
Safety first. This bag is hot. We're gonna squeeze our grain bag until we hit our 5.5 gallon quantity. If you're coming up short on volume, just heat up more water to 170 and pour it over your grain bag until you hit your desired quantity. The Sandville burner works exceptionally well, but it also means you really have to be paying attention for a boil over. This color is exactly what we are going for. Since we are not using hops for bittering, we're gonna be doing a 30-minute boil. 30-minute boil never hurt anybody. And when your boil's going, good time to weigh out your hops. We're gonna be using Centennial for dry hopping and Mosaic at Whirlpool, 2 ounces of each. I'll tell you the secret to getting tropical flavors from hops in about 200 more seconds. After your boil's up, get your wort down to 180, pitch your Mosaic. I brought my lucky pre-chiller system, so we're able to get to 100 degrees in 15 minutes. Now here's my dry hop hack. I use these sous vide grade food magnets. Get your hops in a bag with one magnet, connect them together with a fermenter lid in between. And this is my favorite yeast right now, KVEIK. It's dry yeast, so you can buy it online. You don't have to worry about having to keep it cold or pay for 1-day shipping. And check this out, 10 minutes later, and I'm already having activity. This is why I love this yeast. Time to drive this batch home and pray that the magnets can survive the drive. Godspeed. All right, back at HQ, aka my shitbox apartment. Beer made it to the house. The magnets are still holding strong. Shout out to the magnets. Shout out to everything. The airlock isn't going too crazy, but it's also not going too slow. Sometimes in life, you just gotta work with what you got. Hopefully, we can finish fermentation in 48 hours. We got some downtime. All right, 2 days later, let's see what we got. And the activity in the airlock is very slow. This is when you wanna dry hop, according to Brad Smith, aka Beersmith, aka Brodsmith. He says wait until fermentation comes to an end so the CO2 won't blow off any of the aroma. And if it works for him, it works for us. Pull the magnets and Geronimo. Magnets work great. Check out those waves. Hashtag local motion. Dry hop for 3 days. This is 3 days later. You know it's gonna be a good beer just by caking it off. If it looks good, it smells good, it's gonna taste good. No need to transfer under pressure since it's a hazy IPA. I'm gonna drink this entire batch in the next 14 minutes. OG gravity was 1058, final gravity was 1010, giving us an ABV of 6.3 alcohol by volume. That's a perfect ABV. We're gonna be doing this force carb hack that I love. This is 25 bucks on Amazon. It comes with a corny keg lid with a gas post and a carb stone. Set your PSI to 10 and you're drinking perfectly carbonated beer in the next 4 or 5 hours without having to worry about overcarbing. All right. Time for the virgin pour. All right, well, here we go. 5 days later. Smells great. Smells great. It looks great. 6.3 is perfect for this style. Clean my K grater lines for this video. All right, here we go. The beer's great. There's a little bit of hop burn, but that's gonna go away in about a day. As far as the pink Starburst goes, if anything, I'd put orange creamsicle on it. It's definitely orange, like Orange Bang or Orange Julius, which is still delicious. After 5 years of brewing and YouTube, we finally made a good beer. There's just one problem though. It needs an ending. It needs a name. Comment a name below, and the name with the most thumbs ups, we'll get a shout out in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Stout video. Big shout out to Thomas Leffers for winning our smoked beer name, Smokey the Barrage. And big shout out to South O Brewing for letting us film there. Their grand opening is December 4th, which is 2 weeks from now. I'll be the first one there and the last person to leave. Thank you for watching this week's video. Cheers to eating good and drinking good.